You know, we see them every single day. They guide our commutes, our road trips, our lives, really. But have you ever actually stopped to think about the incredible science that's packed into those simple, painted lines on our roads? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this hidden science. Let's dive in.
So you've probably had this thought before, right? You're driving late at night, your headlights hit the road, and boom, the lines just light up, creating this perfect, glowing pathway in the dark. It definitely looks like magic, but I promise you, it's not. It's actually a brilliant piece of engineering.
And that really gets to the core of the problem this technology solves. I mean, think about it. If we just used regular old paint on our highways, the second the sun goes down, those lines would basically vanish. Can you imagine trying to navigate a winding road in the middle of a rainstorm without them? It would be a total recipe for disaster. So what is the secret ingredient? What's the unsung hero of nighttime driving? It's not some super complex chemical or a fancy electrical system. Nope. It's tiny, perfectly engineered spheres of glass. Millions and millions of them, all embedded in the paint. So what are these things exactly? Well, they're microscopic little spheres, often made from recycled glass, which is a pretty cool sustainable bonus. And there are two main ways to get them onto the road. You can either drop them on top of the paint while it's still wet, or you can get them pre-mixed right into the paint itself before it even hits the pavement.
The whole trick, the science behind this, relies on a principle called retroreflection. It's a very, very specific way of handling light. See, instead of light scattering everywhere, retroreflection sends it right back where it came from. This is the absolute key to why those road lines appear to glow just for you, the driver.
Here's a really easy way to picture the difference. With a normal reflection, right, like shining a flashlight on a wall, that light bounces off in every direction. Very little of it actually makes it back to your eyes. But with retroreflection, almost all of that light is captured and fired directly back at the source, in this case, your car's headlights, and therefore you. The cat's eyes comparison is just perfect.
Okay, so let's zoom in and see how this works on a microscopic level. It's basically a three-step process. First, the light from your car's headlights enters one of those tiny, transparent glass beads. Second, because the bead is a perfect sphere, it acts like a little lens, bending and focusing that light to a single point on its back surface. And finally, and this is the magic part, that focused beam of light hits the back of the bead and reflects straight back along the exact same path it came in, right into your eyes.
Now, these amazing little beads are awesome, but they're totally useless if they don't have a solid foundation. They need to be held in place by a paint that can withstand traffic, sun, rain, snow, you name it. And as it turns out, not all road paint is created equal.
And what's really interesting here is just how specialized the paint itself is. Engineers choose the formula based on the specific job. A simple water-based acrylic? That might be fine for a quick touch-up on a local road. But for a major highway with tons of heavy traffic, they're going to use a super durable epoxy paint that's designed to last for up to 7 years. It's all about matching the material to the mission.
Okay, so we've got the science and we've got the materials. But what about the meaning? The lines on the road aren't just suggestions, they are a strictly controlled language. And the official dictionary for that language is a document called the Manual on Uniform Traffic Control Devices, or the MUCD. And trust me, the MUTCD gets incredibly specific. Just look at this number, 50 millicandelas per square meter per lux. Now what does that mean? That's the minimum brightness a line has to have on any road with a speed limit of 35 miles per hour or more. So the main takeaway here is, that glow isn't just a nice little feature. It's a federally mandated safety requirement.
The MUTCD also lays out the universal language of the road that every driver just knows. The most basic rule is color. You see a yellow line, you instantly know there's traffic coming the other way on the other side. If the line is white, traffic over there is going in the same direction as you are. It's so simple, but that absolute consistency is what keeps us all safe.
And the second rule is the pattern. A solid line is basically a wall. It's telling you do not cross. But a broken or dashed line is permissive. It means, hey, you can cross over, but only when it's safe to do so. Just by combining these two colors and these two patterns, we get a whole system of communication that works perfectly, even at 70 miles per hour.
And check this out. This quote from the manual itself really gets to the heart of why this system is so effective. It says that a marking can only be used for its one single prescribed meaning. There is zero room for artistic interpretation. That one sentence is the reason you can drive in Florida or California or Alaska and know exactly what the road is telling you to do.
So when you put it all together, the incredible retroreflective science, the super durable materials, and the strict universal rules, what do you get?
You get one of the most effective, and honestly one of the most unsung safety heroes in our modern world.
So why does all this matter? Well, for one, it hugely enhances safety, dramatically cutting down on accidents, especially in bad weather. It creates a unified system that every single driver can understand anywhere in the country. It's also an incredibly cost-effective way to save lives. And the technology is always getting better. People are developing new innovations like beads that can actually absorb sunlight and then glow on their own at night.
It's really an amazing example of simple, brilliant technology hiding in plain sight. Which leaves me with one last question for you to chew on. What other invisible technologies are out there, quietly working to keep us safe every single day?